Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of PGA Tour 2K23. We are about to start the Valero Texas Open at TPC San Antonio. We defeated our rival Colin Morikawa and we're still looking to defeat our other rival Brooke Henderson. Let's go golfing. Brooke Henderson is going to be at the Valero Texas Open. Challenge accepted.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Valero Texas Open. Today's coverage is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, great to be here. As this event kicks off, our featured group consists of two players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yeah, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence. TPC San Antonio, Rich, is one of the stern tests on the PGA Tour, and you get an examination right out of the gates.
Second shot on this golf course, Luke, is one of the most difficult on this golf course. A deep bunker out to the right. The green runs away on the right-hand side. A tiny target for sure with the second shots.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Just didn't drop. Good chance this one, right on 6 feet. Not a bad line this. And that's an opening hole par for this player.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
Yeah, the Valero Texas Open is such a hugely popular and famous event in this great state of Texas. I know as a proud Texan, Beamer, this was one you wanted to win at some stage in your life. You get the cowboy boots for winning here, but TPC San Antonio, it really sorts out the players, doesn't it?
It does that and possibly more, Luke. I have to say that coming to this tournament, since its inception here at TPC San Antonio, I was a little dumbfounded on exactly how to play it because there was danger everywhere. It's just one of these golf courses where it's relentless, where you just don't feel like you stand on.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
Oh, this one out of a smelly spot on the golf course, but no bother for this player.
This one's for birdie.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Oh, well played. He's currently tied for 7th.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green is perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
A birdie putt awaits. Looking really good, this one. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
At -2, going along nicely today.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Oh, that was pure. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
That got a little out of control, I think.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
Oh, 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's 1 stroke behind her rival in this event.
Sitting at -1, trying to break into the top 10. How good was that bunker shot? And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Well, TPC San Antonio gives you a few chances to get after the golf course, Rich, and right here at the 5th, there's a decision to be made off the tee.
This is an excellent opportunity to be brave, knock it on with the driver. If you lay back with an iron, a very straightforward pitch, but I just don't see the players wanting to lay up.
Rich, Canadian golf has had a number of people to be able to hang their hat on over the years. Obviously, most recent on the men's side, Mike Weir is a major winner, but the impact that Brooke Henderson has had on the game seems to have been even more significant.
It has been, and she doesn't carry the mantle just for women's golf in Canada. She carries the mantle for Canadian golf in general. She's such an amazing, delightful young lady to be around. Her personality is infectious. She's just a good soul. And she carries that around to the golf course. I mean, 2-time major winner. But what I'm impressed about most with her game, Luke, is the fact that, you know, she is such a long hitter in the game. You don't quite see too many women in the game right now that they don't talk about hitting it long like we do in the men's game. But make no bones about it, she hits it a long way out there. That gives her a massive advantage over some of the other players, and that's why she is such a prolific winner on the LPGA.
Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. Time for the second shot here at the 6th. Opting for the 9-iron. Good shot there. Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it? Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This is what they have left for par.
That's well holed. Why do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
Oh, don't tell me. Did she hole that?
Well, when your rival plays golf every single second of the day and eats birdies for breakfast, lunch and dinner, this is what you get.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the 3rd hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area. It will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you see.
Yeah, well played.
Long way away from the hole if they want to make the birdie, though.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
No, that's too bad. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. I like the look of this. Oh, that's a clutch par. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's got momentum now. Just birdied the last hole.
Oh, you've made it. What a play. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Golf is a game of confidence, and I like it, taking the big dog off the tee. Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed. Sitting at 1 under. Oh, that one's bouncing around in the branches. Far from ideal. That's straight into the trees. That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that. Getting ready to play their third. Just 3 strokes back. Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Distance control not easy when you're coming out of the rough.
This line doesn't look too tough, just in the first cut, right by the green. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
It starts off on a good line.
And that'll be a bogey. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway from around 180 yards out.
Wind moving the golf ball left to right.
Going with the 6-iron here. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole. And that will take him to 1 under. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. And as we step onto the 10th tee, Rich, always good to look back at the 9 holes just played.
Well, after 9, so far so good. It's great to see these 2 players stepping up, getting the best out of their games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
Lovely rhythm there, Rich. That's going to work every time. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Great looking shot, this. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. And back to the course with the live action. And this putt to move into the top 10. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. That's a good way to move into the top 10. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Attaboy, good shot. Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt. This is a good chance. Always nice to hold those for a birdie. And that will take him to 3 under. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. We'll reach this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot, as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here. Let's move 1 step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th.
Putt is underway.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. Currently at -4 for the round.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
13's a long pass for him, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. Come up short in those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
Good shot there, Beamer. And this putt to move them into a tie for 2nd. It's tracking. That was a gallant attempt. And as they stand over this putt, it's for a share of 3rd spot.
So far, so good.
That will work. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
Oh, what a super shot.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Is this one heading into the sand? Sadly, in the sand, but a chance to make up for the error. That's on the green, but still a fair way away from the flag. Lining up the birdie putt here.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
And that's a way to fight back from a tough break. Well holed.
Well, that was a fantastic effort getting it up and down out of that bunker for the birdie.
Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. It was on a good line. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Opting for the 6-iron. That's not the shot they're after.
A bit short with that effort.
Straight out of the top drawer.
Judging it beautifully.
And a par putt awaits him. And he finds himself in a tie for third. As we find ourselves at the 16th, the par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
Yeah, that was a safe play. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
It's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
Okay, steady now. And this one is for his par. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. Just 2 shots back after that hole. As we get down the stretch here at TPC San Antonio, there's a number of options that can be taken. This 17th's a fascinating hole.
Luke, if it's playing downwind, a driver is a must. If it's back into the wind, take out the iron for safety.
Well struck.
Pretty good shot there.
7 feet to the cup. Fair effort that. Good birdie. And that will take him to 6 under. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She got one back on that last hole.
Coming up from the bunker. Oh, that one just missed the hole. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Well, while the closing hole at TPC San Antonio can be reached in 2, Rich, it's all set up by the tee shot.
Tee shot must find the fairway. If not, you have water hazards left and bunkers right that will gobble up that second shot if you're slightly out of position.
Already with a couple of wins under their belt. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 1 stroke off the lead. Setting up miles from the hole. Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
That signs off on this player's performance for the day. And as this round winds down, he finishes in 2nd place.
Same, Luke. Enjoyed the day. Looking forward to tomorrow.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in and see you next time.
Well, this is the Battle of the Canadians. We had a good opening round. The front nine was a little shaky. We had a couple of bogeys in there. And I honestly thought the course was going to be relatively easy. Flat fairways, flat putting surfaces. And then as we got into the course, into the later holes, it got progressively harder and harder. Hills everywhere, balls bouncing everywhere. There was a lot of difficult shots we had to make, and we stood up to the challenge. We're -6 on the day. We're one shot behind the leader. Our rival is in 24th place at -1. This is going to be a challenge to win it, but we're going to do our best. That's going to bring today's video to a close. Please give this video a like if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.